Welcome to the Mini Challenge Championship in partnership with Barron's Mini and Chandler's Mini, coming to you from Brands Hatch, part of the Mini Festival weekend. So Freddie, you made your return to Mini Challenge yesterday after 6 years. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think it was a fairly decent effort. I mean, it's always so close around Brands Hatch, so if you're a half a second off, which I wasn't qualifying, you're back down in 11th. So I only got the car on Friday, so I think it's a pretty good job really by everyone.
I mean, you really didn't have any time to test this car at all, did you?
No, I mean, I haven't driven a car like this except my road car, which is just a standard one, but I haven't driven one in 6 years, so it was pretty fun to get back into the swing of things again.
Well, Freddie Nordstrom was in the thick of the action, and what action it was. A frenetic start to the race. Sir Arthur Forster being squeezed by Chris Paniatu, but everybody cleanly made it into and through Paddock Hill Bend for the first time, with Lee Allen leading it from Sam Osborne and Chris Smith in third position. Max Lever had a prime view of a close escape for Henry Gilbert in the lead of the club class. He was less lucky, just being bumped into by Bob Hosier. No issues for him. Freddie Nordstrom, fantastic return to the championship for him, and he was right up, mixing it inside the top 10 in what was an incredibly competitive race throughout the field. So as Lee Allen led, Sam Osborne was then caught napping a little bit by Chris Smith, who was able to sneak through on the exit of Clearways. Henry Gilbert led the club class. John O'Brien was second until he did that at Paddock Hill Bend, and that was enough for Simon Hillary to jump through, although Brown was getting back later in the race. This was the moment on which the race hinged. Chris Smith on the tail of Lee Allen, into Clearways they came. Smith went for the move, he just tapped Lee Allen. Allen was pushed wide, and Smith moving to the inside. They had a drag race along the Brabham Straight. By the time they reached Paddock Hill Bend, though, it was Smith who'd moved ahead of Allen, and he took a lead he was not to relinquish until the checkered flag. However, he did relinquish it in the steward's room after the race when the footage was reviewed, the results amended, and Allen giving the victory from Sam Osborne and Shane Stoney. Well, the first race on Sunday was held in memory of a fondly remembered Mini Challenge competitor, Roger Bates, the first ever Roger Bates Memorial Trophy.
Trevor, this was an incredibly important race in memory actually of your dad, so tell us a little bit about how that came to be.
Well, obviously, he was in the Mini Challenge. He'd done it for sort of 2 years, and then, suddenly sort of passed away, which was unexpected for all of us. And just thought that it'd be nice, to come and race with me. I used to come with him all the time, track days, and watch him do it. So I thought it'd be a good one to have a go, and it's hard.
How did it feel when Mini Challenge actually contacted you and asked if they could name the trophy in his memory? How did that feel?
Oh, it was unbelievable, really. Just the fact that, they all remember him like that, and he was, such a loved person. It really sort of brought it home. It was really good, really good. How
did it feel to get out on the track in your dad's car?
It was really good, actually. I was a bit nervous to start with, but once I sort of done the first race, and I'm at the back, so it's more when the John Coopers come past. That's the nervy bit. Apart from that, it's great fun. Love it. I want to do it again.
For the second Mini Challenge race of this festival weekend then, Lee Allen finds himself in pole position for the JCWs. After yesterday's 5-second penalty sees Chris Smith back in 5th. And for the club class, it's Henry Gilbert in pole.
It promises to be a very, very close race. This one in front of a huge crowd at Brands Hatch. So Lee Allen in pole position, Sam Osborne alongside him, Shane Stoney and Stuart Lyons on row 2. Chris Smith demoted to 5th. He's on the inside of row 3 alongside Chris Smiley. The club class cars coming into position at the back of the pack with Lee Allen in the blue machine to the inside of the road. Sam Osborne, the green and black car alongside them as away they go. The field moves off as one. It's going to be a very, very close start as they sprint towards Paddock Hill Bend for the first time, but it's Lee Allen who's got the jump on Osborne, and then a fast starting Shane Stoney. He's up into third position though. Martin Depper's trying to fight back around the outside through Paddock Hill Bend. They all go, and then the climb up towards Druids. Trevor Bates there safely through Paddock Hill Bend as the field climbed towards Druids. Henry Gilbert trying to mix it in the lead of the club class as the field surged through Druids, with Lee Allen just ahead of the pack from Osborne and Depper. A couple of them running wide. It's Chris Smiley who has gone very, very right. He rejoins just in front of Kevin O'Connor as John O'Brown, second in the club class, closes up on the tail of Henry Gilbert through Graham Hill Bend. Cleanly through there, out over the curve. He's got a good run here on Henry. Likewise, Sam Osborne is really latched onto the tail of the race leader, Lee Allen, and Shane Stoney and Martin Depper going side by side as well through Surtees, but it's Depper who's just got third, Stoney in fourth, Chris Smith in fifth position, and Stuart Lyons, the former sidecar motocross racer, in sixth position as the lap completed by Allen, who has got a massive fan club supporting him this weekend at Brands Hatch. He always goes very well here, whether it's the support of all of his fans, whether it's just he likes the place, either way, he has pretty much been ahead of the field throughout qualifying and throughout the racing as well, as Depper under pressure here from Stoney. Chris Smith also trying to pick his way around the outside of Shane Stoney at Druids. That's going to be difficult for Chris to do. These JCW class cars are so evenly matched, it comes down to the most minor of setup tweaks and drivability. Instead, it's Stoney's looking for the move on Martin Depper, and he draws alongside Depper into Surtees, but Depper's just got enough momentum to hold his line. Sam Osborne closing on to the tail of Lee Allen. This is looking good from Sam. Can he get to the switchback? Nothing between him. He couldn't fit a sheet of paper between Sam Osborne's front bumper and Lee Allen's rear spoiler as they accelerate along the Brabham Straight, and it's still Allen who's just got that advantage as he turns into paddock now. And Sam Osborne, how long can he keep that pressure up for? And more to the point, how long can Lee Allen withstand it? Because Osborne looking every which way, he considers the inside run towards Druids. Allen covers that line off very early though, taking the tight line through Druids. They come out of the hairpin into Graham Hill Bend. It's still Allen from Osborne, and Allen has this time been able just to build out maybe a car length or so, no more than that, on Sam Osborne, as Chris Smith looks to try and make the move on Shane Stoney. The inside line to Surtees, that's brave. They make contact, but Stoney keeps his line. Chris Smith then goes for the switchback. He's got the inside line into clearways. He should go through here and snatch fourth position away from Shane Stoney. He does just that, although they will dispute it in towards Paddock Hill Bend. Another lap completed then for the race leader, Lee Allen. As for fourth place, they almost go three abreast of Stuart Lyons, tries to get in on the mix, but it is Chris Smith who's going to go through. He finally takes fourth position. Here's where it all started. Inside run through Surtees. I have to say, from that angle, he probably wasn't given the car's width by Shane Stoney, who then did give him the width into clearways, and Chris Smith up into fourth place. Now, what can he do about moving into third past Martin Depper? Here's the club class battle for the lead, and it's still Henry Gilbert from John O'Brown, and Brown really asking the questions in this second race of the weekend, the Roger Bates Memorial Trophy. This really is a fitting race in memory of Roger. It's been fantastic action throughout the field as Arthur Forster makes the move on Freddie Nordstrom into Paddock Hill Bend. That's a great move from the ex-British Touring Car Championship man, Arthur Forster, as he snatches the place away from Freddie Nordstrom. I hope to see more of Freddie in the Mini Challenge this year, because he's a quick driver and a very welcome addition to the field. Still John O'Brown on the tail of Henry Gilbert. Out of clearways they come. The car almost up onto three wheels. It's Simon Hillary who's third in class, Max Lever fourth. So here is the fight for third and fourth in the race overall, because Chris Smith has brought himself right up onto the tail of Martin Depper. Accelerate on towards Surtees, and Smith's been really good on this section of the track all weekend. He's got the inside line. Martin Depper, though, covers the line, but then can Smith get the move into clearways? Again, Depper tries to go along the way, but he then slithers wide, and Chris Smith's going to go through. It's a carbon copy of the move that he made on Shane Stoney a few laps ago. So Chris Smith up into third position as they have the head-to-head, almost dead heat over the line as they break into Paddock Hill Bend. But it's Smith who's got the inside line, and Martin Depper won't be able to drive through him, so he has to concede the position. Simon Hillary, third in club class, has been caught by Max Lever, and Lever looks to the move into Graham Hill Bend, running very, very wide as Simon Hillary. I wonder if he's going to get a penalty for that, because we've seen them being applied all weekend as Trevor Bates, his very first weekend of car racing, and unfortunately has one of the results that's been so familiar for novice drivers throughout their career at Brands Hatch, and that's a spin at Paddock Hill Bend. No harm done though, and Trevor is going to rejoin as Lee Allen exits Clark Curve for the final time. It's going to be 2 wins from 2 races here at the Mini Festival at Brands Hatch, and Lee Allen in front of his fan club taking a superb win, with Sam Osborne in second and Chris Smith driving up to claim a very fine third position. Martin Depper into fourth, Shane Stoney in fifth. But what about the battle for club class honours? Because still we've got John O'Brown on the tail of Henry Gilbert. this has been a fine drive from Jono, but he's just not been able to bring himself onto terms with Henry, and Henry should have enough here to claim yet another victory in the club class in 2012. He does just that from Jono Brown in seconds. Let's take a look at the results with the win for Lee Allen, Sam Osborne in second, and Chris Smith completing the podium, fighting up from fifth on the grid. Stuart Lyons completing the top six after a feisty drive from him. In terms of the class results for the JCW class, the top three in the race overall, so Allen from Osborne and Smith. And in the club class, well, Henry Kilbert took the victory for Jono Brown, but we did get a 5-second penalty for Simon Hillary, and that promoted Max Lever to complete the podium. A very, very crowded, emotional but jubilant podium here for the Roger Bates Memorial Trophy. Roger's widow and grandson presenting the trophies to a delighted Lee Allen, to the cheers of the crowd here in the mini festival at Brands Hatch.
So, Lee, it's your second win of the weekend, first road win.
Yeah, no, it was a good race actually with Sam. He was very clean. Just kept it cool on the first couple of laps just to make sure we both had some tyre temperature, so we could just get in the corners as fast as we can, as we normally do. And as soon as we got the temperature, Sam and I actually pulled quite a good lead on whoever was next. I could see it, but I couldn't tell you who it was. So no, it was good. It was a good early race.
And of course, this race particularly was an important one, being the Roger Bates Memorial Trophy.
Yeah, no, it was quite good seeing his son Trevor out there in the mini as well. So yeah, only see him from the rear, like from his rear sometimes. So no, good.
Henry, your second win of the weekend, you're back on the podium. You must be quite used to this now.
Well, it was a really hard win for me with keeping Jono behind me, but causing my tyres to work. But they were off the whole race, so I had a lot of understeer through the race. But yeah, it was a great race. Probably the closest race me and Jono have had all year, which is really good. It's a lot more fun racing close like that was today. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Some third place changes mean a slightly different look to the reverse grid in the next race. So join us again in part 2 for more exciting racing in the Mini Challenge Championship here at Brands Hatch.